forgot my AirPods. Hi YouTube. Give me please a moment while I go live on Facebook. I'll be with you in just a second, okay? Just going live on Facebook at the moment. And we should be live on Facebook. Hi everybody. Welcome to today's lesson. My name is Sami Abu Saad. I'm Director of Education at T3 Live. I hope you are doing well. I hope you had a great week so far. Today's lesson is going to be a little bit different than usual, but before we start, a standard required disclaimer to let you know that trading is risky and that whatever we discuss today is for educational purposes only. Also, I want to say, if you wouldn't mind, be sure to hit the like button if you find benefit in today's video, and check out the links in the description below. All right, you'll see some links on how to join the room, link to my most recent webinar, so be sure to check out the links in the description below. All right, okay, so today what I wanted to show you was how I scan during the day. All right, so behind me right here, it's going to be kind of, you know, I don't usually have it behind me, I have it on the side, but I have my desks, I have two desks, are on wheels, so I can drag it and, you know, reposition it basically. So I put it behind me. Usually it's on the side, and I use two monitors for scanning. And here's how I do it. Okay, so first, for swing trading, I use this program called TC2000. Also, when I'm scanning earnings plays, I use TC2000. Notice this is a 40-inch monitor, 4K monitor. It gives me a pretty big, clear, clean picture of what's happening. And so I use that for when I'm scanning for swing trades, and when I'm also scanning, looking at the earnings plays. Okay, picking the earnings plays. So that's what I use that for. To the right over here, that's TradeStation. I am right now in demo mode because I have an algo that I developed and I'm testing it. I'm gonna go live with the algo next month, so I'm really excited about this, but I'm just right now testing it, right? So like the PTCT trigger today was a trigger. So I have an algo that I spent a lot of time developing, and see, this one triggered at the open this morning, and now I'm just testing it. I already tested it with over 800 trades, but I'm just doing the final touches right now, and so that is why I have this in the background. And then so I'll be running the algo on this machine for sure. Now let me close out of this actually. Now for day trading, what I do, sorry, I'm giving you my back, but like I said, it's usually on the side, except right now I put it behind me. So what I do for day trading, this is what I do, okay? I've organized the entire US stock market in sectors, and each sector is further divided by industry. For example, technology stocks. Well, there's all kinds of technology. There's software, there's semiconductor stocks, right? And now I think the background looks pretty dark because the charts are white. So now you don't see me anymore, right? Am I right? So, but what I do is, as you can see, these are 200 charts. These are actually 200 charts, and they're on thumbnail charts. And so when I'm scanning during the day, what I do is, like I said, I've already organized the entire US stock market. Anything that trades over 500,000 shares in volume is on these charts, and they're organized by sector and by industry. And so it's a visual scan. I don't need to run a scanner and spend my time clicking through a watch list one by one. No, I can just look at 200 charts. But again, I know now I'm seeing myself, and the picture is very dark because these monitors now are very bright in the background. But that's what I do. It's a visual scan, and in the beginning, what helped me a lot was to use my hand, kind of, and just like, so I'm laser focused, and I go chart by chart with my hand just quickly. Now I'll tell you in a minute about, I'll talk about what I look for in just a minute. But basically I go like that, and then when something is good, then I write it down, okay, on a piece of paper, or I just type it into a watch list. Up to you. It's faster to write it down actually and just keep going. Faster to just write it down than having to type it into a watch list or into a spreadsheet. And I just go visually like this, column by column. Don't forget, these charts are organized by sector, by industry, and further by volume. So if I'm looking at the first ones, these are going to be the highest, most liquid stocks, right? And so that's how I do it. So these are the semiconductors industries. Some of the charts are not coming up at the moment because I had this page opened a little bit ago, and sometimes I need to clear the cache basically. So that's how. So now I'm changing sectors basically. I just let's say I finished scanning the semis. I didn't, but now I'm going to another sector. In this case, it would be the healthcare stocks. No, I'm sorry. This is the retail stocks. These are the retail. These are the department stores. These are the apparel stocks. Not department, but like Under Armour, Nike, Skechers, Foot Locker, Wolverine or something like this is the name of the company. Crocs, Tailored Brands, Deckers, Steve Madden, right? So those are organized together. The first two columns of charts. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Is that right? I thought it was 8. 3, 5. Yeah, that's 9. So the first 18 charts are basically department stores, right? And so that's how it's organized. And I can just eyeball the charts, and the good stuff will stand out. I can't show you what's good and what isn't because it's too far. You're not gonna be able to see. But the good stuff, something that's really strong or really weak, will stand out right away. And now you can just kind of, I just look at the entire monitor and I can tell what's good and what isn't. If it doesn't jump out at you, it means it's not good. It's not there. And then I write it down, and then later on I'm on the mic, so I go over them with the room. But that's how I do it. I have a scanner already, but it would take too much time to go through a watch list one item at a time. This way, in 10 minutes, literally in 10 minutes, I can scan 1,600 charts because I have 8 pages of these, right? About 200 charts each sector, each industry, and I can quickly just glance at the monitor, and I can tell what's setting up. If I want to be more precise, like I said, I can just go one chart at a time quickly, like so. And I know what I'm looking for. I'm looking for specific patterns. So I'm not gonna be, it's not gonna take me very long to tell whether the pattern is there or not there, right? I'm gonna get the background dark so you can see me. But does that make sense? That's fascinating. I always wondered exactly how you find everything. Okay, well now you know. It's pretty easy. Good question. What time frame? In the afternoon. I only do this in the afternoon. In the morning, I run a scanner for gaps. Okay, any scanner will do. There's a million scanners online. You can use trade ideas, whatever you want to do is fine. But I run a scanner basically that finds the gaps. That's in the morning. In the afternoon, those white charts is what I use in the afternoon, and I scan on the 15-minute time frame. Okay, I use the 15-minute time frame. Now these are big monitors, 40-inch monitors, and they're also 4K, meaning high resolution monitors. So the charts might look tiny, but they're actually, because it's high resolution, I can get a lot of data, a lot of bars to fit into those little charts. Does that make sense? Any questions about that? Now you might be wondering, well, what do you look for? Well, let's go to do we have a what do you call it, a whiteboard? I'll just use kind of a Word document and then use it as my whiteboard. Mainly, here's what I look for. Okay, that's a good whiteboard. mainly this is what I look for. Either something that's basing. So if I see something that's basing, I'm going to write it down. Or if I see something that's bullish and pulling back, like so, at the rising 20, then I'm going to write it down in my notebook. The good ones I underline. The climactic ones, if a stock is going climactic, I found the Tesla today, right? By doing this thumbnail scanning that I just showed you. When it's a climactic stock, then I circle it in my notepad. And that's it. It's really simple. So mainly I look for two patterns. Base, something that's basing, to play the base breakout. What did we do today? C-trip, right? Didn't we do C-trip short? It was a base breakdown. This afternoon was the nicest play all day. And then pullbacks. That's it. That's what I look for. So when I'm scanning the chart, I'm going to take this down for a minute. When I'm scanning the chart, check it out. If I see, if I don't see anything here, if I don't see a setup here, I don't look at, oh, well, there was a nice breakout failure here. It looked bullish, but then fail. I don't analyze it further. There has to be a setup right at the right hard edge of the chart, meaning right now, or I wouldn't even consider it. Does that make sense? So if I see C-trip, which was the play of the day this afternoon, and I see that it's basing right into the declining 20, I am going to write it down and look to play it short. Does that make sense? First, the reason why I write down the watches, because I like to put them all together. Let's say C-trip, whatever, ENPH, Microsoft, give me any chart, any stock. So I put them all together right here, and then I go over them. And I figure out which ones I like the most, which ones I'm going to focus on. Then I add these to a favorites list. So the shorts together, the favorite shorts, and the favorite longs together. Once I've figured out my favorites, those are the ones that I'm going to focus on. If the favorites don't give me anything, they don't end up producing anything, then sure, I'll go back to the original watch list and look at the rest of the watches. But that's how I do it. It's a manual process, but it's much more efficient, much more effective than actually having a scanner that spits out a watch list for you, and you have to click one at a time on the watch list. I'm doing a visual scan. I look at the entire U.S. stock market, anything that does 500,000 shares, which is pretty thin for me, for day trading. I still have it on my thumbnail charts. Anything over 500,000 shares. So that's I'm basically scanning the entire U.S. stock market in 10 minutes because it's a visual scan. I can quickly cover a lot of charts, a lot of names, a lot of symbols in a matter of minutes. I can do it in 10 minutes. When I'm on the mic and I'm scanning and talking, okay, it may take me 20 minutes. But usually 10 minutes I scan the entire U.S. stock market. Yes, I use a different machine for my scanning. So for trading, different. You know why? Because I like to have the gaps open at all times. So I don't want to, and I use, so I have two accounts, Realtek accounts actually. One for the charts that I'm currently watching, and then the other one is for scanning thumbnail charts. So I have two different, so you got, so if you want to have two different machines and have, a different scan, then you have to have two different platforms. There's tons of free platforms, obviously, that you can use. I just like Realtek. It's not a free platform. I wish it was. It's pretty expensive because the charts are clean. I'm not gonna, go cheap just so I can save a few $100 and not be able to read the charts, right? So I'd rather pay a little bit and get nice clean charts, a platform that supports 200 charts. A lot of platforms you can't open 200 charts, rather than have to use a free platform that doesn't look very good. To tell you the truth, this is why I don't use TradeStation for scanning. I use it for the algo. I developed the algo in TradeStation, but I don't use it for scanning because I don't like the charts in TradeStation. I don't think they're very clear, right? So that's that. Any questions about what we covered? Maybe today's lesson is going to be a short one, But let me know if there are any questions about what we just talked about. Any questions? All right, very good. Okay, I think that's it. In previous lessons, I showed you how like I've given you rules about what to look for exactly. So I'm just gonna go to Facebook. Actually, my Facebook playlist is posted in the description below. Okay, my Facebook playlist. So let me just take a look. But here. So if you go to the Facebook playlist or the YouTube playlist, that's fine too, right? You'll see how I go over it in detail. So you just have to scroll here to the right, and then there's a video on how to scan. There's a couple of videos. Okay. On how I scan, but I'm looking for them at the moment. Oh, here we go. So how to scan for swings was covered in this video right here on July 23rd. How to scan for swing and long-term plays. Oh, that's part 2. So there were 2 parts. Okay, so you might want to revisit. And then that's the first one, how to scan for swing and long term. And then I did a video on how to scan for, here it is, for intraday plays, July 9th. So you might want to check the Facebook or YouTube playlist and revisit these 3, I guess, videos on how to scan. All right, links in the description. Links in the description for both YouTube and Facebook. I'm gonna close out of this. When you change time frames during the morning, you go at each thumbnail in the scanning PC to change it. No, the scanning PC, the symbol list is already set. The time frame is already set. When I'm changing time frames in the morning, I'm doing it on my trading machine, not on my scanning machine. Scanning machine, the only thing I use it for is for scanning. That's it. I'm gonna trade the algo, the TradeStation algo, on the scanning machine too, not on my trading computer. But that's okay, Ruben. So hopefully that makes sense. Any other questions? Gonna be, like I said, a short lesson, but I just wanted to give you a visual. Wanted to just give you a visual of what I actually do in the background. So I hope you enjoyed it. And with that said, if you'd like to participate in the trades that we do in the room, if you would like to join the best room out there, don't tell anybody else that I said that, but it's true. Feel free to check the links in the description. There's a link in the description of the video on how to join for just $49 if you're new, if you've never been part of the Strategic Day Trader. If you have any questions, reach out to me if you have my email address. If not, reach out to customer service, info@t3live.com. With that said, thanks so much for tuning in, and I will talk to you next week. I'm actually going to be out Monday, Tuesday, so there won't be a lesson next Tuesday. Ifan's going to do it in the coaching room, but he's probably not going to broadcast it to social media. But I'll be back the following week, finally taking some time off to enjoy life, right? I like to take time off in September, or early October is fine, when it's a little slow, not in the heart of earning season. Earning season starts mid-October through mid-November, basically. So at that time, I won't be taking any time off. But next week, I'm taking a couple of days off. So if I don't talk to you next week, I'll speak to you the following week. Again, thanks so much for tuning in, and we'll talk soon. Take care, everybody.